Big news in Denver, the scripted fake neck injury of Joe Flacco, which is not really an injury because he was criticizing the very top of the chain of leadership on the Broncos. He criticized the gutless play call, the scripted play call that would allow the Colts to chase their first round bye dreams, while the NFL has screwed over the Broncos yet again this year. We've seen it with the Chicago Bears game. They've screwed them over against the Packers. The league has agendas for certain teams to be good and for certain teams to be bad. We are a 2-6 football team. It just feels like we're kind of afraid to lose the game. It's 3rd and 5 at the end of the game. Who cares if they have a timeout there at the end or not? Getting in field goal range isn't that tough. They're just putting your defense in these bad situations, and I just felt like, what do we have to lose? Why can't we be aggressive? Be aggressive in some of these situations. That's kind of how I feel a lot of the game today. He was ordered by his coach not to audible. Vic Fangio options to hand the ball to Philip Lindsay. 3rd and 5 from the Indianapolis 43-yard line instead of trying to win the game. Instead, the Colts kicked the game-winning field goal to win 15-13. Denver, if they got the first down, would have ended the game. They won the game. But instead, the Colts drive down and they win the game. And then Joe Flacco is benched with a supposed neck issue, right after criticizing the coach for being a company man by calling a play call that would allow the Colts to win the game in a scripted, dramatic comeback fashion. In Gematra, it is play calling that Joe Flacco took an issue with. Play calling is 112 and 49. It's horseshoe that equals 112 and 49. I want you to notice that the Colts won the game with 15 points. It's Colts that equals 15, and now Joe Flacco criticizes his coach, and he's out with a supposed neck injury. Neck equals 15. It's faked injury that occurs right before the Broncos' next game against the Browns. An easy win for the Cleveland Browns. More to come on the Browns' scripted second half run to make the playoffs as a 6th seed. Look at this. Joe Flacco is 34. Indiana's 34. Joe Flacco mouthing off about the coach's play calling. It's faked injury that comes right after the game over at Indiana. I want you to notice that in Gematria, it is Cleveland Browns as a Gematria. I thought it equaled 170 for a second. I just wanted to document this really fake scripted injury that came after Joe Flacco criticized the coach, and now the coach is benching him. I mean, it can't get any more obvious than that. Let's see what his stats are for the season. 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Joe Flacco was born in the year of the snake, 1977. And just who are the Broncos going to play at quarterback? Brandon Allen? Why are they playing Brandon Allen? Brandon Allen equals 112 and 49. Joe Flacco taking issue with the play calling after the game at the Horseshoe. It's going to get really ugly for the Denver Broncos really quickly. Brandon plays for Denver. Brandon, Denver, and Broncos equal 32 in Gematria. Allen is 44 and 17. Baker is 39. And Mayfield does not equal any of these Gematria values. Pretty clearly, you see a fake injury coming after Joe Flacco criticizes the play calling. All run through Kabbalah, scripted NFL, fully in action.